World War II is remembered as one of the bloodiest conflicts in history, and at the heart of it stood millions of German soldiers. Known as the Wehrmacht, these men fought from the icy steppes of Russia to the deserts of North Africa. Their story is not just one of battles, but of loyalty, indoctrination, endurance, and tragedy. For many German soldiers, the war began with pride. Hitler's propaganda machine portrayed them as defenders of the fatherland, heirs to a strong military tradition. Young men were trained to obey without question, their discipline drilled through endless routines. They marched with polished boots and raised banners, convinced they were fighting for national honor. But the reality of war was harsher than any parade. In Poland, France, and later the Soviet Union, soldiers faced fierce resistance. Long campaigns tested their stamina, as hunger, cold, and exhaustion became daily companions. In Russia, temperatures dropped below freezing, and soldiers burned furniture to stay alive. The image of glory quickly gave way to survival. Ideology shaped much of their behavior. The Nazi regime drilled into them the idea of racial superiority and unquestioning loyalty to Adolf Hitler. This indoctrination led some to commit terrible atrocities, from massacres of civilians to brutal treatment of prisoners of war. Yet at the same time, countless ordinary soldiers were caught in a war larger than themselves, following orders they dared not refuse. On the battlefield, German soldiers earned both fear and respect. They were known for their discipline, tactical skill, and ability to fight even when outnumbered. The Blitzkrieg tactics shocked Europe, overwhelming nations in weeks. But as the war dragged on, victories turned into grinding battles. In Stalingrad, entire divisions froze, starved, and finally surrendered in defeat. Life for the common soldier was harsh. Food grew scarce, ammunition ran low, and homesickness ate away at morale. Letters sent back to Germany often spoke of longing for peace and family. For many, the war became endless suffering with no victory in sight. And yet, they fought on, bound by fear of punishment, duty to comrades, and loyalty to their homeland. As the war reached its end, German soldiers faced collapse. In the west, Allied forces advanced through France. In the east, the Red Army pushed deep into Germany itself. Many soldiers fought to the last bullet, while others surrendered in hopeless numbers. By 1945, the once mighty Wehrmacht was broken, leaving millions dead, captured, or displaced. The legacy of German soldiers in World War II is complex. They were both victims and perpetrators, men trapped in a system that demanded absolute obedience, yet also participants in a war of aggression. Remembering them means remembering both their suffering and the suffering they caused. Their story is a reminder of how ideology, discipline, and fear can shape the fate of millions.